Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you are all doing amazing this week or this morning, starting off a new week. Jess is on vacation and she will be for the next few Mondays. So you will be seeing me here for a few weeks. I always love when I get to do these because I don't often enough. And I love to see you all and interact and kind of share a little bit about what my thoughts are going into the new week. Good morning, Rosie. Welcome. It's your first time. Thank you so much for sharing. Hi, Mary, Madonna, Yelena. Good morning, everyone. Ooh, Madonna's off to a great start. Nice job. Good morning, Trish. All right. So, what I wanted to talk about this morning is something that I think about often, and I have to always bring myself back to this mindset, and that is boundaries around our schedules, our times, all the things. And we talk a lot around here. Good morning, Linda, about stopping the flow in of stuff, right? So, if you've been around for a while, good morning. You've heard that term at one place or another about stopping the flow in order to enable you to better declutter your home. And good morning, Terry. What I would like to say is that concept to me, and I think this will resonate with some of you as well, is super important in terms of our personal boundaries and schedule as well. So, what I mean by that is if we let too many things onto our schedule, we don't have time to do the things we want to do and the things that support our own well being. So when we say yes, 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 yes to everything and anything, and I'm not saying you shouldn't say yes to some things. That's not what I'm saying at all. Good morning, Terry and Mitzi. What I'm saying is that we should be extremely picky with what we allow onto our schedules, into our lives that's sucking our time, right? So we can say clutter steals our time, no doubt, right? But clutter is not just the physical stuff. So when we allow other things to steal our time, it really is going to make an impact in every area of your life. Like you are the most important person to invest in. Your schedule and your time is the most valuable thing you have. So why not be extremely picky when it comes to what we allow into our space in terms of scheduling and time? Like, I know, and I've been there, I've done this where I'm saying yes to everything. And eventually I get to a point where I'm like, wait a second. Hi, Denise. Why am I saying yes to all these things? Some of which like drain me by the time I get back. Good morning, Vicky. And I'm left depleted, and then it's impacting the goals that I have for myself and my home. So I don't care what your goals are in terms of decluttering, physical goals, habits and things that you want to instill. All of this matters. But if you're allowing your time to be divvied up into all these other places that shouldn't be priority to you, then we leave ourselves with not enough time to do the things that really matter and the things that are really important to us. Good morning, Lisa. So if anyone here is listening to me say this and can think of things that they have committed to or said yes to and are feeling like, oh, I wish I didn't have to go there, or oh, I don't really feel like going, or why did I say yes to that? I want you to share that with me because I think that this is an across the board struggle. Denise is saying my schedule and my time are important and I need to respect it for myself. Yeah, yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. So we do a lot around here at Clutter Boss to support our members and our clients and our all of our, every group we have, every person in our groups to support them as best we can. And I think that this is just one place where we all can use a reminder to be very mindful, intentional, and thoughtful around the commitments we make. Now, some are going to be non-negotiable, right? If we have a job outside the home or inside the home, for that matter, the time that we need to apply to that is usually non-negotiable, right? Maybe it's a flexible schedule, but you still need to put in a certain amount of time. So that's different than the negotiable things. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be having social time, and you shouldn't be having enjoyable events and um, hobbies and things that you want to take part in. You should absolutely. Denise is saying, I finally said no to something personal and it feels good. Yeah, it feels good because you're prioritizing you. Prioritizing yourself and investing in yourself is one of the best things you can do for yourself. The gift of that is beyond anything else that you can possibly do. I talk to people every day about our programming and stuff, and I'm constantly saying, like, I just want to help everyone to the best of my ability. And sometimes I get that it is scary to invest in ourselves financially. It is scary to invest in a goal that we've failed at before. But when we allow ourselves to have as much time as possible to do those things, it absolutely makes a difference. When we give ourselves permission to invest in something that is going to better our lives, and when I say invest, I mean money, I mean time, I mean energy, all of it matters. So you get to decide what those priorities are, but then the boundaries around that to make sure that you are committed to you, right? You and you first. I'm not saying, again, you can't be committed to other people. You can't be supportive of other people. Our communities are a perfect example of that. I see people every single day, especially in our signature program, Clutter Blueprint, lifting each other up as they are being um, taken through their own journey of decluttering and bettering their lives. Every single one of them, right? All the time, I see it happening. So they are invested in bettering themselves, but part of that is the uplifting and the community nature of that path, right? So let's see, Carrie. I did not see this model, so I feel it feels hard or even wrong to prioritize myself. Yeah. But Carrie, you're doing it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't happen overnight, especially when that's not how you were taught. Like if you were um, around people, even as a child into adulthood and whatever, anytime really, and you didn't see people doing that. You saw people constantly sacrificing, sacrificing, sacrificing. And there is a point at which that is necessary, right? Especially in the raising of children. But it is going to be a struggle, like Mitzi's saying, Carrie's saying, to prioritize that. But I will tell you, as someone who didn't always do that, and now I do, there is zero bad feelings. It doesn't feel bad or wrong, but it takes time. So, just like any other goal, this is something that you can say, okay, what is it that I want this to look like for myself? And what is the first step that I have to take to make this happen? And for anybody that's in Clutter Blueprint, we can absolutely talk about that. That is a key piece because you need time to reach your goals. And committing to less things that support other people rather than you is really, really important. Um, Madonna saying every commitment, task, item, hobby costs something, right? Money, energy, time, mental health. Yeah, weigh the cost. It's really important to do that. And trust me, I get it that there are times when it feels like you can't possibly say no to something or someone. But what are you giving up by doing that? Um, you absolutely need to take care of yourselves too. And listen, there are, like I said, just want to reiterate, there are going to be people and times and things that will take precedence, even though they're not supporting you the most. If you're a caretaker or you have children, there are going to be times when you just can't prioritize yourself in the same way. And it will take more work to be able to do that. And that's okay, right? There are going to be those times. And I'm not saying in any way that that's not true. There are sometimes in those moments isn't a choice. You just have to do, right? Whatever is necessary. But when you are, outside of those times, you get to decide how you spend your time, how you spend your money, your energy, your mental, energy, all of it. So, um, let's see what's Madonna saying. So many women are taught put others first, even at a cost to yourself. Yeah, it is a hard habit to break. And yes, we can do hard things. So I will leave you with the encouragement to put yourself first, to make choices that better you first when possible, right? I'm not talking about those extenuating circumstances that make it otherwise. Um, but give some thought in to all of this and investing in you, whether that's money, time, energy, whatever it is, something that supports you. And I will say, if you are looking for more guidance on this journey in particular, please reach out to me and I am happy to chat with you about how we can make this work. Every single day, I have conversations with people who desperately want to be in our signature program, and I will work with you to figure out how to make that happen. So please don't shy away from an opportunity that might possibly be the answer to all of your struggles with the very specific guided support that can help you get there. So we are here for you. My email is gina@clutterboss.com. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about anything I've said this morning so far. And I'm always around in It's All Clutter and the Clutter Boss page and all the places. But again, email me anytime, gina@clutterboss.com. I absolutely love to support people in prioritizing themselves and reaching their goals and putting in that time, effort, energy, and money where necessary to get there. So give it some thought. I would love to chat if you're at all considering ways in which you can better support yourself in doing this. Thank you, everyone, for your comments. This is not an easy thing, but you can do it. And it just takes it's a matter of planning and strategizing and thinking through how to make this work. And what is that very first small step that you can take today to make that happen? So thank you, everyone. Have an amazing week. Gosh, we're halfway through April already, which I can't believe that. Thanks, Madonna. Clutter Boss Blueprint, just do it. I am telling you, even a conversation with me, if you're not sure what Clutter Boss Blueprint is, it is a very rigorous program. Robust is the word I was looking for. Sorry, to tackle and address all of these areas, including this boundary setting and prioritizing yourself, all while decluttering and getting things done, building habits and systems to make your home an easy one and your life an easy one too. So you are very welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week. I will see you again next week right here, same time, same place, for another Monday morning motivation tip. And in the meantime, like I said, reach out, gina@clutterboss.com. I love chatting with you all throughout the week. And thank you for being here and sharing. I really appreciate it. Talk to you soon.